Okay,
We
audio check.
audible, Chips?
Audio check, audio check.
Okay, well, I think I
Yeah,
can hear you saying audio check.
yeah, and I
So,
can hear you saying audio check as
audio
well.
check.
So, broadcast.
So, welcome to Monday Madness V 1.0 as we quite literally try something mad on a Monday. um, Getting rid of the Monday blues with some Monday madness. Chips, I'm going to be on my one lap qualifying round right now. Why don't you take us through what is our system for the 4 races this time?
All right, so welcome everyone to the Hybrid Theory Racing League. As usual, it's our Monday slot, but it's not realistic division as you've come to know and love. We have Monday Madness as we're terming it. It's a tentative title, it's a work in progress, don't mind us. But we have four 5 lap races scheduled for tonight. We will have, okay, correct me Yash when you can. As usual, it's my staple dialogue coming back to haunt me and haunt you on your lap. But yeah, we have equal performance, one shot quali followed by a 5 lap race around Imola tonight. Then we will have a wet race on a realistic performance as per the results of this race, as you have gone extremely wide there. I'm surprised how that is not an invalidation, Yash. Next up, through Aqua Minerali, there's a nice line through there, by the way.
I did not invalidate that lap, Chips. What are you on about?
Yeah, sure. Being a steward, you give yourself all the luxuries, right, of existence available to you in existence. So we're gonna have equal performance one shot quali and a 5 lapper, obviously an equal performance, followed by a realistic performance wet race, followed by a no rules race. It's not gonna be a wet race necessarily. What a great lap by Bishops there, as per usual. A fantastic show there by the Merc driver who is oh, I'm getting a third person POV camera. Very good. Nonetheless, so yeah, every time I get to the third race, I stop speaking for some reason. But third race is going to be no rules. Every driver is left to their own devices. Either you take others out and you'll be the last driver standing. We are going to say that.
Yeah, but don't forget, it's going to be in on simulation damage. So when you take someone out, it's not going to be free of cost.
Yes, so that's going to be the case for the third race, and the last race is going to be cockpit camera, all this is disabled. That's going to be rounding off the weekend. It's a new format that we're trialing out, and let's see how it goes. So this is your top 10 for this 5 lap race. Yes, Noble, we are very much looking forward to it, and you shall also see some tactical. So in the 1950s, there was this thing wherein should a driver wish to, say for instance, in a 50-lap race after 20 laps take a bit of a break, you would see that system get in place as well. So you may see something like that. Tentative. Well, it's not tentative, I know what's going to happen, but it's tentative for the viewers because you shall come to know the you shall come to know what's the situation. So as we wait for all the drivers to ready up, Yash, I believe Pockfirm is off, correct? Okay, 1 light, 2 lights,
Chips,
3 lights,
I don't know, it's
4
not
lights,
off.
5 lights ahead of the drivers, and it's lights out, and they're off. That's a good start for Caesar, who got a much better start than Polster Abhishek, and he's already into the lead. And further back, I can see somebody's on the grass there. Abhishek's trying to attack Caesar as they go towards Tamburello chicane, but Abhishek will have to hang back for now. Although, okay, further back, I see a Ferrari already trying to do something along the lines of the no rules. Oh, I see somebody's had a moment. That shooter who's out already. But keep in mind though, there is going to be no safety cars. It's a 5 lap, sorry, that's the wrong setting. No telemetry here. It's a 5 lap race, so there's going to be no safety cars, of any sort. Up front, obviously, there's no reason to have a look at the tire situation. Everybody will be on the soft tires. It's a matter of who can finish higher up the grid. So I can see a few drivers chasing one another. There's the closest battle, however, is up front. It's between Abhishek and Caesar, who, alright, so I see both of them have struggled to take that chicane well, as I can see a Red Bull and Basil and Shrikant, I believe it is, who are pretty out of shape there at I want to say Variante Alta. That's the right way to go about it, I think. Nonetheless, through Rivatsa 1 and 2, I'm on board with Basil as he looks to chase after Vyom, who is on a return of sorts. He's come back to league racing after quite a hiatus, so good to have him back. Depending on who you are, it's good to have him back. But yeah, further back, I see Harshi is in the pit lane for some reason in a 5 lap race. I think he may have some damage, so he's trying to attempt a fastest lap. Obviously, you will get points of fastest lap, or will you? So this is the brainchild of this person that I'm on board with at the moment, Yash. So please let us know, Yash. Is there going to be a fastest lap point?
Yeah, there will be one.
Okay, because the
There will be four other. That's what I meant.
four, yeah, actually, technically, yeah, four fastest laps will be over the course of the entire Monday Madness. What I wanted to ask is that given the fact that there's going to be no reporting, or rather formal reporting of sorts, what's happened here to Harsh, who's just spun out, coming out the pit lane, has he? What's he trying to do here? That's very chaotic there on the start finish straight. But yeah, Yash, since there's going to be no formal reporting of sorts, what's the.
There can be, there is reporting chips. My bad on wording
Yeah.
it before, but there is, you can report each other because this is going to be a championship. So there will be reports, there will be judges, there will be penalties which will apply next weekend onwards. So yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. That is what we're going to witness.
Except there won't be reporting in no rules because I mean,
Yeah, of course. Come on. Well, that would be.
I'm just stating
something
the
else.
obvious here.
That would be something else to have reports and no rules. But yeah, I was kind of expecting somebody to protest against that. That how can you have no reports in that? But yeah, at the moment it doesn't seem like it. As we have a nice three-way battle here for P3. It's Vyom, Basil, and following at the tail end of this pack is Shrikant Das in the Red Bull. He loves that car. I think he also has a good track record around this circuit as Vyom has a bit of a moment. I think his rusty recent past in league racing is starting to show. Rusty, what do you want to call it? Sorry, that's not the right term for it, but okay. Basil and Shrikant are going almost taking each other out there. As yeah, Vyom is a bit rusty, that's what I wanted to say. That's all. I'm eating up my words tonight, despite having had a pretty good dinner a little while back. As VFX picks up a penalty, chasing after you, Yash. So I think that is something which we could see play a factor a bit later on. Abhishek has set the fastest lap. It's lap 4 of 5, and Abhishek has made a colossal error there. So have Vyom and Basil onto the gravel and completely cuts Tamburello. Nothing that he could do there. But look at this, it's now become a four-way battle because Raman's joined this little fray here. As what's going on here? Okay, that's way too close between the Merc and the Red Bull. And I see a yellow for...
Dirty fellow.
Is that you? Oh yeah. Yes,
That
a very,
is
very
me.
dirty fellow indeed. Yeah, very dirty fellow. Now VFX has caught up to the back of the pack. Did you and VFX have a run in, Yash?
No, I sort of messed up there. I was getting closer to Raman, but then I just messed up my exit and I completely spun off. The VFX wasn't that close to me.
Alright. So we are having a look here at Vyom and Shrikant, two of the drivers who've had, I believe. Well, I don't want to say all that. It's gonna just come off as a bit salty on my end, but yeah, they've had a lot of incidents amongst the pair of them over the course of league racing. And now it's Raman and Basil. Raman barging Basil out the way. Yash getting a 10-second penalty for corner cutting. Basil being just shoved out the way by Raman. I wouldn't call that clean necessarily, but now it's VFX on the back of Raman looking to make a move. A nice sneak move incoming for VFX and for Shrikant who gets past Vyom. But will Vyom let him breathe easy? No, he won't because there's contact. But Vyom comes off worse. He's hit the wall. And he's broken his entire front wing. This is the last lap of the race. Up front, Caesars actually pulled off a pretty good gap there. As we see, will VFX be able to usurp Shrikant? Will Raman be able to get ahead of VFX again? Obviously, keep in mind this is
Why
equal
would
performance.
you say use up Shrikant?
Usurp.
Sorry?
Usurp. Hadapna.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Shrikant! Oh, that was a massive moment for him, and then VFX also has a moment.
But yeah, Vivek already has a penalty. It's now a question of whether Raman can keep it clean. But look at the run that Vivek's got
Oh,
to. There's a
no,
few terms
VFX
I don't want to be
absolutely
using there.
sent it.
But yeah,
And,
he's still going for
and
more.
Shrikant making him eat the grass.
Yeah, look at this. Shrikant will force Vivek out the way. No doubt about it. There you go. There is contact. Who's going to come off worse? I think it's Shrikant because he's squirming around. But I think it's Raman who's going to come off the benefactor. And all
Oh,
this.
and he...
Whoa. I think it's an apt way
What was
to.
that?
It's an apt way to start Monday Madness. It's an apt way to start Monday Madness.
Yeah. Absolute madness, Chips. Absolute madness.
They, however, the both of them did get across the line, so no harm, no foul there. Obviously, that is going to be investigated should they choose to report it. But yeah, this is a great win for Caesar. Abhishek follows in P2, and out of
Abhishek really got
nowhere,
close to him at the end there.
yep, Abhishek did. Raman with a great comeback there. He was a bit feisty, a bit rough in battle, especially
Damn,
with
if I
Basil, as
didn't
we saw.
retire, I could have gotten those positions from VFX and Shrikant.
Yep,
uh,
that is true. These two would have. Yeah, I was
oh, the
certain these
cars
two
are
would
still
have.
there.
Yeah, they are, and they just stranded at the just before the old final chicane.
Maybe the
At
game is
Imola.
finally getting realistic, Chips. They're not randomly making cars disappear.
I don't believe it. That's not the code masters we know. Not know and love, just know. As Caesar elevates himself quite literally to the top step of the podium, and that's a great.
Something he's very, very used to.
Yes, I believe he has a combined total of, let me say, 7 championships under his belt. A very accomplished driver nonetheless, Caesar. Looking for some more glory as he takes the race win for the inaugural, for race 1 of Monday Madness, version 1. Abhishek, however, does get the fastest lap, followed by Raman, Basil, Vfix, Shrikant, Vyom, and Harshi was the last finisher. Yashin Shooter DNF'd. And even though it's a 5-lap race, look at the number of incidents. I'm kind of waiting to see how the no rules race unfolds. But yes, we are through with this. And Yash, what's your takeaway from this?
Madness. Absolute madness.
Let's see, Noble, I missed the previous message, but I believe you have some form of injury on your hand. I hope that's not the case, but if you do, which is unfortunate, I
Was it
wish you a
caused by
speedy
the Red
recovery.
Bull diving into you at the hairpin in Canada?
I wonder who that could have been.
Another Red Bull?
Was it? Unsure. But okay,
Yeah.
it's
No,
Bahrain.
so now we go on to realistic performance
And
with a full wet race.
around sunny Bahrain.
Reverse grid with an absolutely very wet Bahrain.
Oh, Noble, you're at school. Apologies, I thought you had a bit of an injury. I'm sorry for that. Didn't. Well, best of luck for school. I remember many eons ago when I was
So
in school.
Chips, I'm just going to very quickly allocate the drivers.
Okay,
If you could just type this out in the channel.
sure. Give me a moment.
So Shooter and Hershey get the Red Bull.
Just a moment. Yes.
Shooter and Hershey with the Red Bull. Vyom and Shrikant with the Ferrari.
Okay.
VFix and Basil in the Merc.
Okay.
Raman and Abhishek in the McLaren.
Okay.
And Caesar in the Aston Martin.
And will there be somebody who's accompanying Caesar?
Chips.
Okay, great. I think there's somebody in the paddock channel, Yash, if you can just address that.
So we have Shooter and Hershey in the Red Bull. We have
Everybody, I think
Vyom and
everybody's in the right car,
Shrikant in
correct?
we have Vyom and Shrikant in the Ferrari.
Yes.
We have V6 and Basil in the Mercedes. We have Rahman and Abhishek in the McLaren. And we have Caesar and Chips in the Aston Martin.
Yes. We will. What about the stream this time around, Yash? Can you explain that situation?
So the stream will be a POV on Chips's Aston Martin. So Chips, all eyes on you.
Oh, well, I am not really looking forward to all my goofy and weird setup names becoming so public. But yeah, very interesting setup names, which will come to light in just a moment. But I believe let's go live.
Yes, you
Let's go
can.
racing. Let's go racing. We are live.
Yeah,
Let's
so
go racing.
I was like, wait, did I just do an entire accent when we were not live?
No, we are live. We're awaiting Caesar's ready up call, and there you go. So it's a race around Bahrain, and there's rain in the Bahrain.
Bahrain.
Yes,
It's a
Bahrain.
very, very wet Bahrain.
You shall be witnessing a first-hand perspective from a driver's POV. Mind you, I'm not the most aggressive driver around, so you won't really see too many aggressive moves because I'm obviously also I'm not here to ruin other races. But nonetheless, here you go. I shall load a first setup that I can find, Bahrain, which is uh, I can't really find a proper Bahrain setup. There you go, Rain in the Bahrain. That's an apt name for my setup there. All right, let's go. Let's go racing. Okay, I'm good to go. Are we good to go?
By the way, Chipsy,
Yeah.
do not forget it is reverse grid, so you will be starting pole since you are 0 points.
I am P8 at the moment, Yash. So I
I
was
did.
not.
I'm very sure I put on reverse grid.
Yeah, I was the last car to choose, so I think you allocated the grid before that. But yeah.
No, but I did just put it as reverse grid.
So I do have a McLaren behind me, but we're gonna have the race start. Take it away, Yash.
I am still in the loading lobby and we are about racing. And it's a good start by Abhishek. There's some stuff happening at the back. Oh, wow. Oh, and there's a Ferrari spun around.
Shrikant. Oh, Caesar having a massive moment there. Raman and myself
So
trying
where is
to
Chips? Chips is
P7 and
with
P8, but what's going on
Raman
up
around
front?
there. Whoa, what's happening there, boys? Oh, and then Ferrari just swerving on both sides. Oh, how did they get through that? Oh, they didn't get through that. Oh,
Yeah,
Chips, you hit someone.
Yeah, that's me understeering into Raman as a result of having no idea what to expect in the next corner, and Raman taking his revenge on me immediately by going for a pretty good dive there, honestly. But we're gonna go
That's actually
side by.
V-Fix.
Is that V6?
Yeah, that's V-Fix.
Oh, I'm sure I hit a McLaren and now it's a Merc battling me. That's a bit weird, but yeah,
Yeah,
up.
the Raman is behind VFix, and VFix is absolutely tailgating you in the George Russell Mercedes.
And I'm in the Lance
Will he
Stroll
go for the move?
Aston.
Oh, he's quite hesitant over there. He doesn't go for the move. Chips, you don't leave at all. No room at all for him. Wow, this is amazing racing. With Hershey and both the Red Bulls up in front are fighting.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up to them. It's a bit difficult to do so given that I have no control over my car, but by the looks of it, Shooter and Hershey are also struggling.
Oh, and there's a good run on the Red Bull there. Red Bull versus the green Red Bull. Good stuff.
Definitely so, as into the last corner. Nice run.
Meanwhile, Abhishek is going to get a good run on Vyom over here. It seems like this is going to be for the lead. Vyom with the fastest lap on lap 1.
And myself and Caesar, the two green cars, have a history of running into one another at Bahrain. Okay, the braking distance is really long here.
And you get him. Oh, and Caesar has a moment there, but he tries to stick it around. Oh, and he has another moment there. So Chips, I think, he's coming back at you. Oh, this is lovely. This is actually so amazing.
Yep. Okay, there's a little friendly nudge there at the very same corner that the Aston Martins love.
But be careful, you have the Mercedes absolutely hounding you and hitting you.
Yes, I could.
Now that was a Mercedes with the green Mercedes. So and he goes for a dive.
Yeah, but he then
but he outbreaks himself. Oh, and then another Red Bull runs into him. Wow, it's all happening here. And Abhi, meanwhile, I thought he still hasn't gotten Vyom, which is quite surprising.
I just want to mention that this is lap 2.
There's so much which is happening right now. It's absolutely stunning. I've never seen a lap so slow around Bahrain, not even an out lap.
I think there was one time in 2009 or something where we had like a sandstorm effect testing. I believe the timings were as slow during that test, but not after that. As once again he goes for a dive, V6.
Oh, and
thinks against it. Yeah, thinks against it. So I think
Abhi is absolutely hounding Vyom here. Sorry, Chips. And Abhi runs wide. That's going to give Vyom some breathing space. Meanwhile, Chips, you have fallen a little behind Caesar.
Yeah, I'm not able to really catch up because I have this very quick
smoke behind me. Coming up to you at full speed there. Oh, and does he outbreak himself again?
Yes, by the looks of it, yes. Yeah, I think the top few are just going to run away. You will have to enjoy this little battle in the midfield here. Literally midfield. It's P5.
Yeah, but Shooter is caught up to Abhi and Vyom. Shooter in the Red Bull should have the thing, and Chips has something happened to you.
Yep.
Was that the Mercedes coming down hot on you?
Yeah, I think VFix should look for a swimming game because he really loves diving tonight. Once again.
Oh, and he's gone again! Wow, I'm loving this.
I think we have to make a swimming simulator game for V6 tonight.
And he's got to go for... he stays on the board for this one. He doesn't take the jump.
That's a bit unexpected. I was expecting him to dive there as well. But yeah, I am obviously driving a bit carefully because this setup is from the pre-patch days and I'm not very comfortable with it. So I am struggling quite a bit as a result. And yeah, up front I'm not sure what's going on. I can't really see it because I'm...
You have Abhi and Vyom going side by side into the last corner. Oh, and Abhi pulls out a switchback, but does he have the grip to keep it steady? Both of them, it's an ERS fight all the way down to turn 1. Wow.
And you may also want to look at this further back between me and VFix.
Does VFix actually break early this time? No, I don't think so.
Neither do I. That's a mistake on my end.
It's okay. I mean, you were allowed one after the 100 he pulled.
Yeah. And getting a bit
And I'm
difficult
sure
to
he's going to
defend.
go down again on the inside. Does he? Yes, he does. But obviously, there's going to be such less grip on the inside over there. Meanwhile, Abhi finally gets past Vyom, and I think he's going to say goodbye to Vyom now. Meanwhile, VFix
In,
is trying
into
to
his
say hello
favorite
to
corner.
you.
Into his favorite corner. This time I've covered the inside, which will give him better traction, I believe.
I think if you cover the inside on all the corners, you're safe till the end of the race, Chips.
Yeah. I
Because
think
there's
that.
absolutely no grip anywhere else.
Yeah, I've lost quite a bit of time to
Shrikant is
Caesar.
also hounding VFix. It's an entire train behind you, Chips. I must
Yeah.
say.
So I'll just also like to mention that when I was younger, my favorite driver at one point in time was Jarno Trulli. So I'm replicating him very well. I must say I'm pretty happy about that. Little
Why, was
moment
he a
from
locomotive pilot as well?
yes. There's a term called the Trulli train, which I am replicating pretty well tonight. I think I must say. As onto the last lap we go, and I get a bit of a poor exit out of the last turn.
Your poor exit was better than the other poor exits around you, so don't worry.
But yeah, I think he is gonna go for a dive into one. So I'm just not sure what line I should be taking. I'm gonna cover the inside.
Oh, and VFix is trying the switchback this time. Does he have enough grip to stick it around the outside? No, he's off the track.
I will say, despite all the dives he's gone for, there has actually been
He's
very.
gonna go for one more, and this is gonna be the most deadliest of them all because he's gonna take you with him. Oh, Chips, are you gonna stick it in? Ah, no, you don't. Ah, but then you stuck it to him.
There's contact. Okay, I missed my breaking point. I won't attack him here. I'll
Oh,
attack.
yeah, you missed your breaking point, but you brought him onto the racing line.
Yeah.
So Abhishek is absolutely checked out in front, like I thought. Shooter has also got part Vyom right now because obviously Vyom might be a little rusty. Plus Bahrain rain, nobody expects that.
Yeah.
And Caesar chasing after Vyom, but I think it's a little too late. VFix is 6/10 ahead of you, but I don't think he will be caught either.
Nope.
Chips, you might be have to be careful with Shrikant behind you who stabbed you in the ass.
Don't worry. When there's Shrikant behind you, you have to be careful. So that little. I'll have to use up all my battery, but it's worth it because there's no more laps left after this one.
And he's going down the inside.
And that's a bar. I think it's gonna be a photo finish here to the line, but I think I have him covered off.
Oh,
Not by much.
That was good. That was good. That was 600ths of a second.
Not by much. Wow. Okay.
Monday madness it is, Chips. Monday madness.
Whoa. That was a great battle, I must say. Props to VFix.
So good race by Abhishek.
Yeah.
I didn't cover him up at the end because I was looking at the dives everyone's pulling on you. I was pretty much covering you the entire race.
And of course, congrats to these two. We gave them absolutely zero screen time just because I can't physically do that while I'm driving. I can't spectate them, but I sincerely hope that this little midfield battle was fun. Sometimes the midfield is also worth covering. The top few just become too boring sometimes. But yeah. Wow, fun race.
Yeah, definitely was.
Good drive by Caesar. Really well done by him. He caught up to Vyom. I think all of us combined were about 4 seconds behind this leading trio. So in the end, it was very, very good drive by Abhishek and Shooter, and also by Vyom to keep it ahead. Caesar, very well done. VFix, some great battles there. Myself, I hope I was able to provide some good wholesome entertainment. Shrikant right behind, he went for a very aggressive dive there. Basil is 8th, Harshi is 9th, and I am Raman 10th. And there you go. With that, we conclude the race. Everybody was waiting for me. Sorry for that. We are just going to be allocating the teams for the no rules race.
Yeah, so 1 second, Chipsy. Let me just get on with the teams. The Red Bull now will go to
Just a moment.
Hershey and Shrikant. I'll type it.
Okay, you're doing that. Okay, so I'll just remind all the drivers that we are this race is a no rules race. Hey, they're all reading up. Yash, if you can please change any setting. If you can please change any setting. Yeah. Yeah. So drivers shouldn't be reading up. Yeah, drivers should not be reading up. So it's like 3 of them have readied up. If one more readies up, it's going to be problematic.
So we have, and in Ferrari we have Chips. If you could just go to spectator.
I think I'll drive this one. You'll drive the next one.
Okay, if you could just go to spectator so I can allocate the cars.
Oh, there you go. Fine. Okay. Fair.
And Chips, you will have the the Aston Martin again, and
Okay.
I will just about set the grid. Give me a second.
So I'm with Abhishek.
And
Okay. Interesting.
yeah, just give me a second. And we're on to grid editor we have on pole, we have Hershey, followed by Shrikant, Basil, Raman, Shooter, VFix, Vyom, Abhishek, Caesar, Chips. So Chips, you will be starting P10, so you will have the entire.
Okay.
By the way, we're well live, right?
Yes, we are. I haven't paused the stream. Don't worry.
So yeah, so Chips, you will be starting last. You will have the entire grid to view of who's taking whom out. Probably have the best chance of winning this race also, because like you can just
Will
stop wherever you want.
will weather be
You
dynamic
can just.
or will weather be on sunny?
So the weather will be on sunny.
Okay.
And I think we are good to go. We have equal performance on damage on simulation.
So I'll run through the settings
And
as well, just to show the viewers what we are going to be what we have in store right now.
So
So
collision on means cars can collide with each other. Am I right?
yes, you may
Okay,
want to turn
perfect.
off for griefing off. Collisions off for griefing disabled. My apologies. Yeah. Please do that. Please do that. The change any setting. Change any setting. Yash. Yeah. Okay. Disabled. There you go. Perfect. All right. Now we're good to go. Yeah. This is just gonna cause
So
more
all
chaos.
right,
Yeah.
hybrid theory for Monday Madness ready up.
Race 3. Keep in mind, viewers, future drivers, whoever intends on racing in Monday Madness, please do note that what you're going to witness here
Is
from
is
myself
gonna
and
be the
from all the other
maddest
drivers.
of the madness.
Yeah, and please remember, this is only for Monday Madness Race 3. It's not for other forms of racing, be it in any other league, be it realistic division, be it any other part of league racing, be it realistic division, be it any other league you may be racing
Do
in.
not try
Just
this in other leagues.
yeah, don't try this beyond the boundaries of Monday Madness Race 3. Kindly do adhere to this as wow. Looking forward to some. I think chaos is the light way to put it.
You know, Chips, a very late suggestion. I'm actually being very late over here, but if you could just retire, because it'll be amazing to see the stream of everyone trying to crash into each other.
Yeah.
If that's all right with you.
I shall wait. Yash, come on, I won't do that. I'll participate in it and then I'll do so. Don't worry. See,
So let's
and
see. So
also,
Chips,
yeah.
I bet on Chips taking out two people. Let's see how many
And
do our
Yash,
viewers think they'll
I
take out.
think you're very optimistic in the fact that I'll get to retire and then be able to spectate others. You have a lot of faith in these people. Well, let's find out. Take it away, Yash. Highlights ahead of all of us. Yash, you here?
Yeah, I'm here, and we are lights out, and oh, this is only gonna be fun. What am I going to see? Where people are going straight on. Hershey got this. Oh, is Shooter gonna go for Hershey? Shooter has to go for Hershey. Oh, and everyone I see Mercurial Caesar doing something different. But someone tells Caesar that he really needs to. Hershey and Shooter have embarked on an actual 5-lap race here. Oh, and look at Chips! Chips! Oh, Chips, you're out! It's
So
not
Yash,
Hershey, it's
Yash,
not Ramen.
I did technically. Oh, he's. Oh, Ramen is missing a rear tire. He's got a puncture. But let's have a look at this. Where's
Oh,
V6?
how is he going to do this?
Where is V6?
Oh my god. VFix
Okay.
is P6.
No, I'm just wanting to have a look at him through the castle section. Once I think.
Why?
I don't think you remember. VFix and the castle section have a bit of a history.
Yeah, he goes straight through, right?
Yes. Yeah, go straight on, but wow,
No, but
everybody's so
Chips,
well behaved.
everyone, I mean, Hershey, Shooter, and Vyoma are on an actual race here.
Yep, they're
Followed by
really.
Shrikant,
Yeah.
who's also not missing anything. Abhi again following him.
Ramen
Ferrari
still
or
stuck. My sincere apologies, Ramen.
He's punched his front tires.
Has he? Oh, he has.
Oh my god, this is this is insane.
See if anybody is really looking at why. Oh, Vyom has just caused himself some grief.
Oh,
Abhishek's
Abhi
looking
is
to.
doing something there.
Yeah, Abhishek's
He
looking
was
to.
trying something there. He was trying to really mess around with someone.
He's looking for his first victim as Ramen has given up on most aspects of driving in general. Vyom has no wings. Caesar and Abhishek were a bit close here. But yes, as we start lap 2, poor Ramen still on lap 1. As all these people have got past him, as VFix will be the next car to approach him. Yeah, I feel for him as he's stuck in.
It's just funny what Raman is doing there. He can just probably why can't he reset on track? Or is the game thinking he's still on the track?
He has just reset on track, but he's stuck.
But his car is not moving.
Oh,
Oh my god. Oh, and it's in the way for the others.
Oh, Basil was
I
almost
want to see. I want
jump
to see if
scared
someone
there.
hits him.
But yeah, I think up front everybody is so well behaved. This is not really what I was expecting out of all this.
Yeah, Hershey is just running away with it. Shooter is catching him. Hey, Shooter go for it. Does nobody realize in snow rules they can do whatever they want?
Well, I hope they I hope they do realize that this is no rules.
Oh, and Abhishek sees it out. He parked himself right at
And
his castle.
are we trying to take out Basil now? Will he be successful or will he take himself out in the process as these two?
Oh, Basil! Wow!
Abhishek is disqualified.
Wow!
He's driving the wrong way. I hope he's realized. He's
No,
realized.
but that.
Yeah, he's realized. He's realized. He's broken the system. I think.
No, you cannot get disqualified. You cannot get
Yeah,
disqualified
exactly.
in this.
He's broken the system. He's realized it. In a few corners, I think Shooter and Hershey will firstly catch up to poor Raman, who's still stuck on the apex. And let's have a look at
Oh,
Hershey.
this one's gonna be
Oh,
fun.
Hershey's out. So is Shooter. What about Vyom?
Oh, he
Vyom is
got
all.
it!
Vyom.
What is happening?
What about VFix? Oh, VFix is a long way back. Shrikant. Abhishek's also trying to be a bit of a monster here.
Abhishek, now that's gonna be V-Fix. Now they're gonna play catch, catch.
Oh,
Oh, he takes him out!
tactical destruction of the Mercedes as Raman still stuck on track.
That,
As we have Shooter.
now Ramin in the middle of the corner. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Shooter is now thinking of something. Look at him. He stopped there. Vyom has stopped Shrikant. Vyom has tried to take Shrikant out.
Well, these two, I think, they can write a thesis on how to take others out, given that these two have done quite a bit of that. But
Oh,
yeah,
look at
not
Shooter.
enough.
Look at Shooter. Look where he's placing himself. Look at Shooter.
Very tactical, but it's not really worked out for these two. As they're still going around, Vyom cuts the corner. Abhishek is in the pit lane for some reason. Speeded in the pit lane, and poor Raman, he's still stuck in the same corner. So technically, Yash, while it may just show up as one retiree, I, in theory, did take two cars out of the race. Because Raman is still on the first
You
lap.
and Ramen.
He's still on the first lap. Abhishek has not got his front wing repaired, I think. No, he did. Okay. So we're on to lap 4.
That would have been,
Somehow.
been a colossal laugh if he didn't get him. Oh wait, something's happening there with the Aston Martin.
Okay, so it's Abhishek trying to take out Shrikant. But I think in the next to catch him will be Shooter, who obviously will want to get past without any issues. But will Ram? Oh, okay, what's going on here between Vyom and Shrikant? Oh! Abhishek with a tactical kill there. Abhishek with a tactical shot, and Vyom and Shrikant are going at it. Shrikant obviously will want to.
Oh, Shooter DNFs.
Yep, Shooter DNF'd along with Abhi. Abhi took him out. Now Vyom and Shrikant will catch up to Raman. And then catch up to Raman, who's still. Raman is stuck in the middle of the track since eternity.
Oh, look at Shrikant trying to dodge Vyom.
Oh!
Oh, he spun Vyom around. Shrikant, time to bolt. Shrikant, time to bolt.
No, he's not. He's
Outboard
actually
him, I
waiting
mean.
around. He's actually waiting around for some reason. I think he wants to take him out. But if he does that, he's
Look
gonna
at
take
Basil.
himself out.
Look at Basil. Basil is gonna come right in the way. Ramen is gonna come. Oh, Basil was like slow there.
Yeah, he knows how to avoid it. As Vyom into the wall, Shrikant avoids him, but these two are. It's giving very poor camera angles, so apologies for that. But now it's Basil who's gonna catch up to the pair of them. And,
And they're going into castle. Chip, they are going into castle. Oh,
Everything's
nothing.
fine.
Oh, okay.
So,
Man.
yeah, while I'm just
Basil's
spectating
gonna
them,
come right up to them.
if you can just send Shooter an invite, Yash, I think he got disconnected.
Look at Basil. He's driving in Baku like he's actually driving a real life car. Oh,
Basil
wow.
with a tactical dodge there. Now these two set after him. Now.
Look at Shrikant. He's absolutely burning his tires to go after him. And meanwhile, I
He may as well.
in white.
I mean, I think it's in
Oh,
Shrikant's best interest to drive the wrong way and get Basil that way. Because Vyom and Shrikant will not be able to catch him under any circumstances. The only hindrance for Basil will now be Raman, who's still at that very corner. You're onto the main straight. Vyom is decided to do what I'm telling. Yeah.
Basil has an absolutely complete front wing. Probably his sideboards are intact. Everything is fine. He's going to run away from these guys.
Oh, Basil in the pit lane. He wants to take turn one safely. That's a smart call by Basil there. As I hope that we can have Shooter rejoin us. I'll send him an invite as well as Vyom.
I did send him an invite.
Giving us a tour of the scenery around Baku. Thank you, Codemasters, for this cinematic camera.
Meanwhile, Vyom understood the assignment slightly differently.
He did. Now, once again, Shrikant is gonna catch up to Raman, who has been stuck since eternity.
I wish there was an option to turn the map off for everyone.
Yeah. Oh, I sincerely do. That's just.
Oh, and they're gonna come against each other now, and
Oh!
What?
So I think Shrikant has this in the bag unless something colossal happens to him in these next few turns.
You see what Basil is doing. See what Basil is doing. He's waiting for Shrikant.
Yeah, he's waiting for Vyom. He's waiting for Vyom. He's waiting for Vyom, who's found him.
Oh.
And Vyom trying to take him out. Vyom breaks his rear wing, but it doesn't matter. That's the indestructible part of the car.
Ram is probably just watching them.
Yeah. Shrikant is gonna go for the win here, as Raman will get a very good view of all this going around behind him. Okay, Basil has escaped. Basil has escaped containment. Basil has done it. Well done to Basil. And now Vyom trying to take Raman out, is he? Yeah, he is trying to do
He's
that.
Like, go park on the side. Handicapped Raman.
Shrikant will take the win. He is gonna be last man standing here tonight, but if he keeps weaving like that, he could lose the car. Yeah. And I don't think he will. He will take the checkered flag and win. Basil is P2. Vyom. I think he's waiting for Vyom. So at this point in time, he has P2 secured Basil. It's a matter of whether he can get the tactical kill on Vyom, but Vyom is deciding to do something else.
Vyom tries a suicide move, but it doesn't work.
I think kamikaze is a better term. I don't think we should be saying that. Raman will have to be there either for the next 2.5 minutes.
Oh! Yes, successful! Oh. Basil successful!
As
oh, this was absolutely insane!
So it's Raman, as we can see in his driver's
motionless eyes from the race.
His driver's motionless eyes showcasing the true horrors of was just unfolded in front of him. Whoa, that's been a very okay. Thank you, Raman. Props to him for staying there for 5 laps. He stayed there for all 5 laps. He did not give up hope. Well done to him. Shrikant with the win. Raman, I'll say my driver of the day for this race has to be Raman.
I already said that. Chips, don't copy me. Chips, don't copy me.
No, for me as well. For me as well.
Oh man, that was absolutely amazing.
Well and truly.
Good fight for the title going into the no assist race, by the way. 49, 43, 39. It's anyone's actually.
Okay, so the points distribution is quite messed up, as we can see. 25, 18, 15 and 1 for Shooter. Harshi with 10 somehow. And then the rest stay as they are. And despite Raman's valiant efforts, he does not score points. But yeah, the number of incidents is very few.
Thanks to chips.
But yeah. Yep, Ramen, I think.
No incidents at all.
No incidents, only DNFs. So I think that's the cleanest you would ever see a no rules lobby be. And I'm going to switch over to spectate because this is going to be a no assist race.
V6 is absolutely right. Easiest prediction ever for this. Srikanth obviously had to win it.
And Yash,
we are going to go.
what's the team allocation like?
Let me just put all assists off chips and then I'll come back right to you.
Yes, you'll come back to
We
me.
just set up the. We will come back to you.
We'll check it. Let me check the lobby settings once before we proceed forth. There you go, cockpit cameras on. All assists are mandatorily off, and it's Spain. A very common track for F1 testing, and all the drivers have been around here so many times. So let's see how everybody gets on. If drivers remember, this is harking back to a certain no assists division we had tried out a few seasons ago in F1 22. Yeah, I wish I had never played that quote-unquote game. It's a very ridiculous thing. But yeah, let's wait for the team allocation, which should be up any moment now. Yash, you have to allocate yourself a car.
Yep.
Just remember that.
So chips, I'm going to sit this one out.
Okay, why?
I will be on the comms with you.
Okay, so should I be on cop? Should I be on driving?
You want to drive, you drive, no problem at all. Actually, why don't you be on comms with me for the no assists?
Yeah, I don't think that drivers need to hear the recreation of some world famous medleys played by me on the gearboxes of these cars.
So chips, if you could just check our
Lobby settings are fine.
lobby settings, and we have in the Red Bull Ramen and Hershey. In the Ferrari we have VFix and Basil. VFix needs to change his car. We have Vyom and Srikanth in the Mercedes, and Caesar and Abhi in the Aston. Sorry, the McLaren.
Yeah, so Abhishek needs to change his car. VFix needs to change his car, and Vyom needs to go over to
Get into your correct
Mercedes.
cars.
Hershey, unfortunately, there shall be no ABS, there shall be no racing lane, there will be no gearbox, there will be no assists enabled. Unfortunately, this is going to be a true no assists race around Barcelona. Beautiful sunny Barcelona. I believe everybody's in the right car, are they? VFix
No,
is not in the right car.
VFix needs to join the Ferrari, which is a better car, but
Yeah. Alright, so Vyom's in the Ferrari and VFix is in the... sorry, Vyom's in the Aston, VFX is in the... Okay, so let's have a look at the teams again. So we have Hershey and Raman in the Red Bull. Ferrari we have VFix and Basil. Merc we have Srikanth and Vyom, and McLaren Abhishek and Caesar. Alright, so let me go through the lobby settings once just for safety reasons, safety purposes. So I think everything should look fine. Shooter, I know it was fun. Now we would love to have you for this race as well. I think you're one of the few drivers who can drive without assist, without any issues. Yes, Shooter, I would love to have you here. Please do it would have been nice to have you here. So I don't think you'll be able to join in any circumstance, but yeah. Nonetheless, Yash, it's the last race. 5 laps of Spain without any assists. Who's gonna come out on top?
Let's see.
What's your prediction? Bold prediction. I'll pick Basil.
Ah,
I'll pick Basil for the win.
for the win or for like the
The win.
championship?
The win.
I think Abhishek's.
Okay. I think these two are gonna. Both of them are gonna give us a good battle. But yeah, of course, Abhishek's is the safe choice. But I think it's gonna depend on where they're starting as well. So Yash, was the starting order like?
I forgot to change that.
So will that be an issue?
Little bit of Monday madness on my side too.
Fair enough. So this is our first rendition of Monday Madness. So there could be a few errors here and there. So we do apologize for that. So we shall come to know the starting order in just a moment's time as the drivers will ready up and go racing. And yep, let's see. 8 drivers, no assists around beautiful Barcelona. Who's gonna come out on top? We have 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights ahead of the drivers, and it's lights out, and they're off. It's a good start for Shrikant. He gets a rocket start, Shrikant, and further back, there's already chaos. I can see there's a more kind of Red Bull have come to blows, and people struggling with ABS as expected. Basil into P2, and Vyom gets multiple penalties. Abhishek is caught up in that as well. And let's have a look at this little I don't think quadrant is the right word. Quintet is 5. What's the word for 4 drivers? Yes, do you know?
Just 1 second, sir.
Okay, can't remember the term. But 4 drivers is Harshi into the gravel trap there, locking up both wheels and coming back on the track just ahead of Vyom, just behind Caesar. Uh, let's have a look. Raman is struggling. No assist. I believe Raman will have a very tough time. I believe he uses full traction as well, so that's what he's going to be struggling a bit with. As Basil looking to chase after Shrikant, who is struggling in that mock. Basil has so much more grip. Basil obviously, I think he drives no assist, while Shrikant drives with. I think he drives with the. His gearbox is also manual, so I'm not sure what assist he doesn't use, but for now, it's Shrikant ahead of Basil as they go side by side down the main straight. Who's it going to be? Who's going to come out on top? Is it going to be Shrikant? Is it going to be Basil? Basil outbreaks himself, but he still makes the corner because Shrikant, well, he doesn't underbrake. There's no term such as underbrake. Yeah. If in P3 he is struggling, I wouldn't really have expected that. Abhishek's catching up to Vyom at the rate of knots, pretty much, but he is missing an end plate. Vyom has a completely intact front wing as Raman gets a second penalty for track limits. How do you do that at the last corner? I have no idea.
How can you cut the corner? There's no place to cut that corner.
Exactly.
Oh, and Harshi's in the gravel.
Yeah, he was just in the chat asking us to enable ABS, but that's goes against the spirit of no assists, having an assist enabled. So there you go. Harshi obviously now is both the Red Bulls at the very tail end of the field. But I think it's Raman who's really struggling here. Okay, it's Basil and Shrikant are giving us a great battle, but then again Shrikant onto the gravel there. I don't think it's all smooth sailing here. What's going on here between Abhishek and Vyom? Abhishek's got past the mock driver, but he doesn't have a end plate. I think he doesn't have a right end plate, while Caesar is missing a front wing. So he and Abhishek could come to blows here. It's all up for grabs. Too much chaos here. Too much drama is. Vyom is back to league racing in the finest way possible. But yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. I think there was maybe a bit of chaos for 3 drivers going into the same corner at the same time. Abhishek's taking the escape route there, and Caesar struggling around. Abhishek's also now without a front wing. So I think up front,
it's the only battle with Shrikant and Basil.
It's a matter of whether Shrikant can catch up to Basil and get past him. VFix is driving the race of his own. Shrikant picks up a penalty.
Gets a penalty.
That's not what you need when you're trying to chase after another driver. But look at the 2 McLarens. There is no Constructors' Championship here. There is no need for any team games here with McLaren They both are fighting for their own championship.
Battle of whose fingers
Oh,
broken
Basil
the
makes a
most.
mistake. Basil makes a mistake. It's Shrikant now in P1.
I think Caesar brake checked Abhishek's there.
Did he?
It did look like.
As we are on to lap 4, Yash, it's Shrikant ahead of Baz. As a yellow.
And he's pulling away.
Ramen
That's
for
the
Harshi, I
Red Bull
believe.
of Harshi.
Yep. So we have green flags now. We still have yellow flags.
Oh, look at Caesar.
Oh! What happened there? What happened there?
It's not in the. Sorry, guys. This one no rules.
Yeah, I did put out a disclaimer for all the drivers that it's just for the previous race. I hope they read it. But I'm not sure. I think that was maybe a loss of traction, maybe for one of them. Trying to be a bit diplomatic. That's all.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm trying to be a bit diplomatic. That's all. I have to be. Let's have a look. One of them has made a mistake at this corner in front of them, and this time around, once again, Basil going very deep into that corner. Keeps it on track this time, however. And it's gonna be.
V6 is actually not closing up on them.
Yeah, I don't think V6. Where's assist is actually hurting them the most? Is it racing line? Is it ABS? Is it gears? What do you think is hurting them the most?
I think it's the ABS.
I think it's the racing line. We're too reliant on it as league races sometimes. I feel like it's the racing line. Because I believe Shrikant, Baz and V6 all race without ABS anyways. And they race, all of them obviously also race with manual gears. So I think it's just the racing line that's affecting all these drivers. That's what's going on here. Vyom is in a race of his own. Harshi and Raman also driving in their own races. Basil gets a decent run on Shrikant, who is starting to struggle a bit by the looks of it. But Basil gets a lot of understeer. Mind you, Basil only has to stay within 3 seconds, but I think he wants the win
2
on track.
seconds.
2 seconds, sorry, it's a 5-lap race. So he needs to stay within that 2-second window of Shrikant. And what I think he would want the race win on track. He will do his best. Okay, who's that? Is that a Red Bull? Raman is in the way. Raman should not be doing that.
It. Oh man.
But it's Shrikant who's gonna win the race, followed by Basil in P2. But Basil wins the race, and VFX is P3. Oh, great. As Vyom will finish P4, provided he gets to the finish line. There you go. So I think Raman coming in the way did give us a bit of a exciting finish right at the end there. Vyom onto the gravel.
No, Vyom. Wow.
And last but not least, because he's P5 not P6, he's not least. It's going to be Harshi who has survived.
That concludes our madness in the Monday Madness.
Yep. And it's.
So we will have a podium interviews with our top 3.
For which race?
We just don't know who the top 3 is.
Yeah.
It'll be the overall championship standing chips.
Okay, so I think you're keeping a note of that, Yash?
I mean, the game is.
Okay, fair enough. So, and so you're saying it's a racing incident between the McLarens? Racing incident. I think you're missing a quote unquote here.
Racing.
You're missing a quote unquote here. As Basil hoisting the Union Jack on his back and celebrating his.
So Basil takes the win with Shrikant finishing in P2 with Abhishek in P3 in the championship. Despite the takeout, I mean the racing incident, but Abhishek finished P3. So Chips, if you could invite the Basil, Shrikant and Abhishek to the party.
Absolutely.
In fact, I wouldn't actually. Why don't we invite everyone to the party?
Can we? That's going to be a bit of chaos here. Everybody's going to want to speak.
It's going to be Monday Madness.
Okay.
Let me just do that very quickly.
Okay. So are you adding them?
Yep, I am.
Alright. Well, with that, we conclude Monday Madness. The racing aspect of it, at least. This has been 4 5-lap races, 20 laps in total of wouldn't say unpredictability, but it's been the kindest way to go about it is
So
just
we
madness.
have a champion. Oh, we have a P2, P1, P2, P3, and Vyom joining. We're missing a couple of them, but wow,
Prefix
we
is
have
here.
Prefix also join, and
Oh, I won!
absolutely
Let's go!
insane. Basil won it. Basil, that's for dodging everyone in Baku. We've caught all of Basil's. I mean, I've caught it on my stream. We'll be posting it up. We absolutely thread the needle
Yeah, did you
everywhere
see
in Baku.
that? So while we
Vyom and
yeah.
Shrikant were really like, they really tried producing another F1 car there, if you know what I mean. But Basil really went through. And poor old Ramen, I don't know what happened to him. He had two punctured tires and he was just on
He
that
was
corner.
asking for a
And
mercy killing after like lap 3 on party chat.
by the way, he was like, Chips didn't do a very good job. He tried killing Ramen. Chips killed himself and just injured Ramen for life.
Yeah. So I think let's go one by one with all the drivers. So who should we start with, Yash?
The winner.
So Basil,
Basil.
which car would you like? Would you like an F1 car, F2 car, a supercar? What would you like to be displayed?
Let's go for.
At this point, he wants the McLaren and the Red Bull against each other. The way he was looking at it.
So you can also opt for the Mercedes or the Aston Martin safety car, if you want that. What would you like? Any car in mind, or should I just choose anything?
Anything, I don't mind.
All right, go for it, Baz.
Take us through the 4 races, Basil. Roller coaster.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a mess. What was that? Yeah, I don't know. Race 1? I can't remember, that was so long ago now. I can't remember where I finished race 1, but that was decent. Race 2, I know I got taken out in the wets, and then I was just trying to get through. Race 3. Yeah, race 3 was all about survival of the fittest. There was a moment where I thread the needle between Vyom and Srikant, which was a lot of fun. And then a quick takeout for taking out Vyom, which is quite fun as well. No pun intended. And then last one, I didn't realize I quite enjoy driving in cockpit cam, so it was nice. Yeah.
Yeah, while Basil finishes his interview, I mean, once he's done, some great news to share with everyone is that from Total, there is a rumor coming out that Christian Horner has been friendly advised to voluntarily vacate his post and team boss position at Red Bull Racing.
Yeah, and he has denied that, so yeah. Let's
No,
continue.
he denied the allegations, but he's not denied this anymore because this is just fresh
He
news.
did. He did it.
Well, we do have you, Shrikant, here with us. So Shrikant, let's go over to you now, Shrikant. How was it?
Chaotic.
Okay.
That's it. And the wet race in Bahrain, some Aston Martin was a pain in the behind. I wonder who that Aston
I wonder
Martin
who
was.
that could be.
I wonder who the Red Bull around that Aston Martin was. Who was? I mean, I think we need a swimming game for you now with the amount of dives you try to pull there. But it was chaotic to say the least. With Shrikant doing what he does best, ramming into people's rears over there too.
That's
But
right.
yeah.
And Baku, I'll take that as, as an achievement.
It's the most fitting victory ever.
Yes.
I'm not even surprised about Baku. Let's be
I mean,
honest, everyone
I
had
also
Shrikant-
wanted to
everyone
win
had
the
Shrikant
Spain
or
race.
Basil winning.
I also
I-
wanted to win the last race, but it was in a Mercedes, so I was like,
I'm not sure what happened with Shooter, Hershey, and I forgot who else. But they were actually in a 5-lapper race, like a proper 5-lapper race, until they realized people
Shooter,
are
Hershey
taking
and
it.
Vyom.
No, it was Shooter, Hershey, and one more, the leader, I forgot who. But they were literally racing each other for a proper 5-lap race, keeping it nice and tidy, until they saw Abhishek really start driving the opposite side.
I see.
I mean,
he's
it really
taking-
started from I didn't even start. That was the pro meta strat.
Yeah, I thought I knew we picked to do that because But yeah,
Caesar was the first one who started driving in reverse though.
Maybe-
He didn't even turn around. He drove in reverse.
Maybe VFX's strat would have worked on Shrikant, so I don't blame him for trying it. But
Nothing was gonna work on Shrikant. He's
I think I
way
should
too
still
good.
win the
Absolute
Baku
madness,
race
though.
based on KD. I had 4 takeouts.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if it was caught on stream, but at one point my car was on top of Arshiy's car.
It's on my stream. I don't know if Chips got it, but it's definitely on my stream. I will clip that.
Please do.
Because you didn't die and you literally rammed him.
Arshi and we rammed each other.
And I like how you and VFix literally came head on with each other and like
Yeah,
you know
at that
VFix
point,
tried his
like I
best.
knew that Abhishek was coming, and then I realized like who's still in this race, and then it was like Basil and Shrikant, and I was like, I don't want to be involved with this company. Like the points are not worth the reputation hit that this is going to take. I'm gonna commit some seppuku here.
Yeah, but it is brilliant. Though. I mean, it was absolutely fun just commentating on it. So yeah,
Yep.
I hope you all had fun. We'll be back with some random more tracks next week. Probably you can suggest where you all want to drive in the wet, and
China.
I will for sure not listen to you all. So
See, at the end of the day, we are all democratically elected dictators over here. So that's how we go around it.
yeah, but I mean everyone can collectively admit, like Basil said very rightfully so, that Jishnu would have won in Baku if he was there.
We agree.
It would have been Jishnu versus Shrikant. Like,
Nah, just was clear.
That's a tough one.
Jishnu versus Shrikant, like John Cena versus The Rock. Like,
Vyom, I
that
think there's a
graphic on
friend of yours in the chat who's made a comment about you. I'm not going to read it out. I'm
I
not going to read it.
categorically deny those allegations.
Yeah, I'm not going to read that out either. So, but Vyom, I think it's your return to league racing after a while. How was it
No, he was
today?
racing last week in Las
Yeah, last
Vegas.
week, I think it was just a very brief appearance. Yeah.
Yeah, just.
He did to Shrikant what Shrikant did to him.
Just,
Nah. Imola was,
yeah, Imola was my league racing speak abilities. I think we all know why I've come back. And I think Imola demonstrated why I was made to leave in the first place. But nonetheless,
Imola was
had
so
a
much
good-
fun.
I had a good Bahrain race. It was pretty fast and I think. A good race altogether.
Yeah, you and Abhishek really had a good battle. Unlike Chips and VFX, who were just like, one person was going on the inside, one person was going on the outside. Nobody was making the move.
Big dog battle in the back.
That was fun.
No, there was a ding dong battle, except it was just Shrikant banging his ding dong, hitting everyone.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
Baku was friendly but a banter with a bit of everyone. I think. I think me versus Baz at Baku was beyond league racing. That was spanning history. So Baku was
I
fun,
don't, yeah, I mean, I don't think it was league racing when you all were actually league racing also, so.
What happens in Qatar stays in Qatar.
Yeah, maybe. But anyway, great to have all of you all. I think this was a good change of environment.
Oh, Harshey's here.
So, Harshi.
I was actually hoping to have Ramen here. I just want to get a word from him on the
Ramen is
Baku.
probably, he's still stuck in Baku.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Chips,
But
that's
yeah.
on you. So if anyone says anything about Ramen, it's on Chips.
Yeah.
I shall deny all the allegations. I did
Anyway,
what the...
thank you all for joining us here.
Also, I like how
we'll see you all
Chips
next-
was a spectator when it came to the no assist race.
Yeah. it's tactical, my controller ran out of battery at a very opportune time for me, so that's what happened. Nothing else.
It's like
Chips
that
just
fire
doesn't want to
running out of an
reveal it.
explanation at
See,
the end of the
honestly, I
round.
must say, I can play a couple of symphonies on these F1 engines with the way I upshift and downshift in some of these corners. So, if you all want to hear that, then do let me know. I will try to drive in one of the upcoming
Chips
races.
Chips was feeling very wet after Bahrain either way.
Well,
I can make
lot
Chips
of-
white anytime.
yes. Keep diving.
Yeah, you with all the water you were splashing with those dives, I think you already did. But yeah, it was fun spectating all of y'all. Catch y'all next weekend with 4 more random tracks, and see y'all. Good night.
Yes. Thank you to all those who raced. Thank you, Yash, being in the comms box. It was really fun to have you in the comms box. This alternating driver commentators thing, I really appreciate it as well. But yeah,
Except that we didn't alternate and you drove.
Yeah, you drove the first one, I drove the other 2, and then the last one was tactical for both of us. Yeah.
Yep.
Nonetheless, thank you to all the drivers, thank you to all the viewers, and we shall see you next Monday. Until then, thank you, take care, good night.
Congrats to Shrikant for winning race 3 next week.
Yep. Well,
Nah, Jishnu will be racing that.
never
So.
say never. Never say never.
Ladies and gentlemen, D1 races for you.
Alright. There you go. We shall conclude it here. Thank you. Take